All right, good day, yogis. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from Simha Yoga Lab in Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website at simhayoga.com for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab. And the 4-digit ID code, if you're prompted for verification, is 8096. Classes are $10, and if you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. So I'm streaming on Instagram and on Facebook, and the videos are then uploaded onto my YouTube channel, which is Simha Yoga Lab. Please visit any of those 3 platforms to view videos for your practice. If you are interested in coming to in-studio classes, again, please go to the website and look for the pink text on the main page. And those are the instructions on how to pre-register for class. Important note is to download the waiver that is attached there, right underneath the pink text. E-sign the document and then save it. So e-signing is basically just taking the document and typing in your full name and your telephone number, and that is enough for you to be authorizing that signature as your e-signature and save that. Alternatively, you can print the document, actually writing your name, your telephone number, and put a signature on it. And at that point, you can either scan it or photograph it. And then so when you send me the email for pre-registration for class, you can attach that documentation as authorization for all the waivers. So it is important for you to always send me an email for pre-registration. We are working with 25% capacity here, so it's limited space. What that email does is also act as contact tracing, so that if something happens and I need to look up who was in that class, I can find it on my emails, okay? So please also send those emails a little bit in advance. Try not to wait too long. I am a one-man show, so for me to get back to you with a confirmation for you to come to class, it does take a little bit of time. So if I'm busy cleaning or receiving people into the studio, I don't have time last minute to kind of give you authorization to come in. So make sure you plan ahead, please. Okay, so today's class is open flow. It is level 1 and level 2. For those of you who have tighter hips or lower back, please elevate and sit up on a block or a blanket. And if you are new to my practice, welcome. If you have any special conditions or limitations, or if you have any injuries, right, please make sure that you are making some good decisions about what you should do and shouldn't do. Let discomfort or pain be your guide in limiting what you should be approaching the practice. If there are things out of your range, please modify or skip those poses altogether and catch up with us on those other poses that are more appropriate for you, okay? So please just make some good decisions. Okay, palms face up, and fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. As you ground evenly through your seat, let your shoulders broaden. And with your lips touching, start to regulate your breath by breathing only through your nose. And let your inhales even out with your exhale. Three arms together, inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer or front the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting an intention for your yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something, or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Vihyendraha, Vihyendraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes, palms face up, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. And chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center, drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center, drop the left hand. Chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction. Ear to one side, roll it back. Opposite side, roll the center. A few more rounds at your own pace. Chin back to center, pause, and then taking the opposite direction. And then back to center again. Lift the chin parallel to the floor and neutral spine. Coming off your blocks, extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands supporting to either side and turn your toes toward each other. And roll out. Draw in. Roll out. Draw in. Outer rotation, circling. Back to center again. Switch them around. Inner rotation. And back to center. Cross your shins. Opposite shin on top. Take the arms up high. Extend. Twist to the right on the exhale. Come back to center. Arms up. Exhale. Other side. Center again. Side bends. Right hand down. Left arm overhead. Back up. Other side. Center again, legs forward, forward fold. Take it back up, swing the legs back behind you, hands and knees. All right, let's take some cat-cows. Inhale, take the navel down, raise your tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral. On the inhale, kick the right heel back. Extend the left arm forward. Left arm out to side. Right heel out to right side. Swing the right leg back. Grab the inside of the foot. Kick back. Tiger pose. Left hand to the floor. Step the right foot out to side. Stand up. Gate pose. So line up the hip over your left knee. Right foot out to side. And the toes point straight forward, slightly forward. Or if you have the flexibility to turn the toes way out to the right side and point it straight out to the right, you can take the option. Most of us are going to probably have to take the foot in just a little bit. Side bending to the right. Take it back up center. Side bending to the left. Take it back to center. Wrap the hands back behind you, interlace. Lift up for back bend. Now you may stay here and take another 3 breaths. For those of us with a little bit more back bending abilities, you can take the left hand to left leg, right arm up. Take it back up, hands to the floor, reach your right heel back, right knee in towards the nose. Kick the right heel back, right knee in towards the nose. Kick the right heel back, right knee in toward the nose, and then step the right foot forward, crescent moon. If you need to take extra padding to your left knee, go ahead and take your blankets or your towels, then lunging forward. Get into the stretch of the left quads, into your left hip, and then leaning forward. Lift the heart center up and pressing your hands into your thighs and lean the upper torso back, beginning the back bend. Now you can keep your hands supporting here, or if you're ready, to take the arms up for Venus Mudra, index fingers pointing up, and reach the arms up and back. Release your hands, tuck the left toes under, and shift back, half split. Left hip lines up over the knee, vertical line with your left thigh. Flex your right foot, pulling the toes back actively to get the stretch to the back of the right leg, particularly in your calves here. Then step the right foot down, hand to the side. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, low lunge. Keep the left hand to the floor, raise your right arm up, twisting. Right hand behind you, twist a little bit deeper. Raise your right arm up and then extend it forward, extend it, revolve lunge. And take the right hand back down, warrior one. Ground the back heel and rise up. Open it up, warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Extended side angle, left palm facing down and reach forward. Half five, left arm up and behind you, stop. Keep the half bind, come up, reverse warrior, and then hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. In a one breath, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come forward into your plank, knees down, hands and knees once again. Inhale, draw the navel down, raise the tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Reach your right hand forward, left heel back. The right arm out to side, left leg out to side. Bend your left knee, reach back, grab the foot, kick back, tiger pose. Right hand down, step the left foot out to the side. So standing on the right knee lines up with the hip, left leg out. Now we have the flexibility in your ankle joints, right? To point the toes straight out to side, foot flat, leg extended, then go ahead and take it. But most of us are going to require a little bit of turning of the toes in, all right? Palms face up, gate pose, Padidasana, side bending to your left. Take it back up, side bending to the right. Take it back up, wrap the hands back behind you. If you can figure out what the non-dominant interlacing of your hands would be, go ahead and take it, broaden your shoulders, reach back and lift. You may stay here, 3 more breaths. For those of you who went further, to take the hand to the heel for the deeper back bend, go ahead and Start to take it back up. Hands to the floor. Reach your left heel back once again. Left knee in toward the nose and round. Inhale, kick it back. Left knee in toward the nose and round. Inhale, kick it back. Left knee in. Then step the left foot forward for crescent moon. Extra padding to your right knee if you need it. Walk your hands to top the thighs. Lunge forward. Get into your right quad. Stretch into your hips. Press your hands into your thighs. Lean the upper torso back. Beginning to look up just a little bit. And then finally, when you're ready, Venus, smooth drop. And start to release your hands. Hands to either side of the left foot. Tuck the back toes for the half split. So you're going to shift your weight back in space. Line up the right hip with the right knee. Flex your left foot strongly. So strongly pulling your left toes back will give you the stretch to your left calves. All right, and then supporting with hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So looking for the stretch of the back of that left leg, particularly in your calves. All right, begin to step the left foot back down. Frame your left foot with your hands. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. So now you're in a low lunge. Right hand stays down, left arm up to twist. Let's deepen that with a half bind. Left hand behind you and twist even deeper. Reach the left arm up over left ear and reach forward. Extended revolved lunge. Left hand down, warrior one. Ground the back heel and rise up. Open it up. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale. Side angle. Extended side angle, right arm reaching forward. Half bind, right arm up and behind you. Keep the half bind, come up, reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come forward into your plank. Lower the knees down. Take the left hand, one hand print wider, one hand print further forward. Inhale, raise right elbow, thread underneath, right shoulder, right cheek comes down, threading the needle. Now check that your left arm is 90 degrees, so your left elbow lines up with your wrist, vertical. And then the left arm is roughly horizontal, so you have a 90-degree angle with the left arm. Now press strongly into your left hand and draw the left shoulder back in space, and that will give you a sense of a deepening the twist. Press into your left hand. Come back up. Walk it back to your hands and knees. Other side. Right hand wider. Right hand further forward. Raise your left elbow up. And then thread it underneath. Left shoulder, left cheek down to the floor. Right palm pressing down 90 degrees with your right arm. Then resist with your right hand pressing down and draw the right shoulder back. Going a little bit deeper in that rotation. Press into your right hand, lift back up. From your hands and knees, walk your hands forward by about 2 hand prints. Right? So your hips and your knees are still lined up. Press your hands to the floor, and as you tilt the tail up, start to think about pressing your chin and the chest toward the floor, puppy pose. Lift up, slide forward, lower the belly down, walk your hands in. Lift all the way up, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Press into your right hand, bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand, grab the foot, kick back. Switch. Bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand, kick back. Release, lower all the way down, press back to child's pose. Come back up, camel pose. So for those of you who need a little bit of cushioning for your knees, you can use your blankets, you can use your towels, and then get some extra cushioning. Now let's say if you don't have any towels, right? If you have your mat, just fold it in like this, and you've tripled up your mat, okay? So whatever is appropriate for you, go ahead and take it. You should also have about 1/5 distance between the knees, and that will give you roughly hip width. All right, tuck the toes under. Hands to your lower back, and your fingertips are rounding top of the glutes. So your fingertips are pointing down. Draw the elbows toward each other, which broadens your chest. Lean the hips forward, which activates your quads. As you lean the hips forward, that's a counterbalance for the upper torso leaning back. If you have a deeper back bend and want to go for the full camel pose, Ustrasana, reach for your heels with your hands, lean the hips forward. You can keep the gaze looking forward if your neck is not so strong and healthy, but if you want to drop the head back and you're able to lift your head back comfortably, then go ahead and take that. Begin to break, make your way back up, untuck the toes. Sit all the way down, reach your arms forward, and then round spine from here. So going from a back bend to now a roundedness in the forward bend. And come back, hands to the floor, down, down. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Right knee in toward the nose and round. Kick it up, open up the hips, bend the right knee outside the right arm to touch. Kick it back up, knee comes into twist, touch the left arm. Kick it back up, step the right foot forward, warrior one. Left hand to catch your right wrist, extend up and side bending to the left. Back to center, bend your right elbow, again, side bending to your left. Take back to center, arms up, warrior one, open it up, warrior two. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle. Left palm facing down and reach it forward. Left arm up and behind you, half spine. Take the left arm back up, left hand to the floor. Frame your right foot with your hands, lengthen and fold. Left hand down, right arm up to twist. Right palm to face down, extend forward. And then half bind, Twist deeper. Bend the front knee. Circle it up and around. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back. Plank. In a one breath. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come forward into your plank. Lower the knees down. All right, hands and knees. All right, this time, walk your hands to the left. Walk your hands slightly further forward, lower your left arm down, and cross your right hand over your left and reach outwardly toward the left side in a diagonal. So as you resist with the left arm, so the left arm pressing down, and lift your left shoulder. You want to reach with your right hand and extend, and it's the right shoulder that drops a little bit. Right? Keep resisting with your left arm, left side, left shoulder. Let the right shoulder descend. Keep crawling forward with the right hand. Keep the right shoulder getting heavy. Walk it back center. Take it to the other side. Over to the right side. Lower your right forearm. Extend the left arm out. All right, so over to the right side. Crawl the left fingertips outwardly. Let the left shoulder get heavy, but resist with your right. So right shoulder, right arm stays lifted. It is your left shoulder that descends. Release, walk it back to center, and again, walk it forward. And then press your chest. Now keep the hips over your knees. Press the chest and the chin towards the floor. Lift back up, slide forward, lower your belly, Sphinx pose. Grab opposite elbows, line up your shoulders, line up your elbows for the shoulders width. Take the arms parallel. Line up the shoulders over your elbows, over your wrists. Press your belly and your ribs to the floor. Lift the upper back with the resistance of the forearms pressing down. All right, turn your left hand inwards, 45 degrees. Bend your left elbow. Reach back with your right hand. Kick back. Release. Switch sides. Right arm comes in, 45 degrees. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand. Kick back and look over your left shoulder. Release. Square back. Now, to come out of the pose, right? If you draw the elbows outwardly, that gets your arms out of the way so you can lower down. Walk your hands back and shift it back to child's pose. Come back up again, hands and knees. Now, let's measure out for your camel pose again. So, get extra padding to your knees if you need. You have 1/5 distance between your knees. Right, this time, the options are, if your back bending abilities are not so strong, that's okay. Repeat what we did the first time, which is support with your hands to your lower back, and then pressing your hands to your lower back for the back bend. This time, you have two choices otherwise. You have pressing the hand to the heel into the back bend and on the other side, or if you're more advanced, pick up a foot, and this is your mermaid variation, okay? So, those of you working more mindfully, a little bit more carefully, hands to your lower back, squatting your shoulders, lean the hips forward, lean the upper torso back. You can come back with hands to heels. Those of you working asymmetrically, first option, easier option, left hand to left heel, right arm up to the back bend. Or pick up the left foot in a mermaid bind. Reach up and back. Release. If you're taking the symmetrical variations with the hands to lower back at your heels, keep it. Those of us working asymmetrically, first option, hand to heel, left arm up. Or pick up the right foot with your right hand. Mermaid bind, left arm up. Everyone, start to release. Take it back up, walk it forward, and gently make your way back to down dog and pedal out the legs, walking it out side to side. Let's take an extended malasana. Walk your feet apart, heels together, bend at the knees, and walk your hands back and draw the feet toward the heels. And this is a nice stretch for your lower back. It's a nice hip opener as you round your back to draw forward. Right, taking all those back bends just now, this should feel really nice. All right. Take it back to the down dog. Step the left foot forward, low lunge, right foot forward, standing forward bend. Feet together, knees together. Bend the knees, rise up chair. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee, tree pose. Take the right foot above the knee joint if you can, or below the knee joint if it's tough for your hips here. Hands together in prayer, arms up and out. The gaze is any fixed point to the floor ahead of you. You may remain here, those of you working with variations, go ahead and start to work through them. You can wrap the hands back behind you. With your hands back behind you, you can side bend over to the right. I actually like to look down past my knee. So I like to turn and look. That gives you a left side stretch for the neck as well. If you have other options you want to take, feel free. I think I'm going to try eagle arms today. I'm going to add a back bend by lifting upwards. All right, let's start to break. Make your way back to your tree. Arms up, right knee forward. Step the right foot down chair. Exhale, dive forward. Keep your hands on the floor. Heel toe your feet about match width distance. Walk your left hand to center. Bend your left knee. Raise your right arm up. Right hand behind you for the half bind to twist. Take the gaze to the floor. Bend both knees. Thread the left arm underneath and behind you and take the bind if you can. If you cannot, left hand to the floor and just keep the half bind. Good enough. Now we're going to come into bird of paradise. It works the same way whether you have the half bind or the full bind. Everyone take the gaze to the floor. Keep both knees bent. Walk your right foot in towards center. Then shift the weight to your right foot and start to pick up the left. If you have the extension of the left leg, go ahead and take it. Alrighty, let's start to break. Step the left foot back down. Walk the right foot wide again. Bend both knees. Release your bind. Let the hands come down, and then as you lengthen out the legs, just sway out your hips side to side. Crow pose. Hands come forward about a foot and a half. Ground the palms. Bend the arms back, knees are back to arms. Gaze slightly forward and tip the weight forward to balance on your hands. Walking, jumping, back, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Right heel up. Step the right foot forward. Warrior one. Open it up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Half moon. Right hand forward about a foot. Lift up to right side. Back the shoulders. Left arm up. For those of you who like to use your blocks, if you have a block, a book, or I've been asking people to use like aluminum cans, right? So if you have canned foods, that could be a nice stabilizing structure. That could be your block, right? Have two of them, right? So that you can replicate two blocks. Begin to break. Step it back. Warrior two, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, right foot stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the right foot forward, low lunge. Left foot forward, standing forward bend. Feet together, knees together. Rise up, chair. Then stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Tree pose on the second side. Arms up and out. So again, gaze is at a fixed point to the floor ahead of you. If the foot being higher above the knee joint really makes you shaky because it's really tight on your hip, then take the foot below the knee. That makes it a lot easier for you to balance here. And as you build the flexibility, you can walk your foot higher up, but always avoiding pressing the weight into the knee joint. All right, those of you working with additional variations, do what you did on the first side. If you're wrapping your hands back behind you, take the other thumb on top, so non-dominant interlacing of your hands. If you like to side bend, if you have other variations, go ahead and take it. All right, then to eagle. And add at the back bend. All right, square back to center, arms up, left knee forward. Step the left foot down, chair. Exhale, down forward. With your hands supporting on the floor, heel toe your feet wider, about max width distance. So this time I'll give you the front view. Just sway out your hips side to side a little bit. All right, come back to center. Right hand to center, bend your right knee. Raise your left arm up, half bind, left hand behind you. Twist. Then bend both knees. Thread the right arm underneath you to catch the other hand behind you. And take the gaze to the floor. Walk your left foot in towards center. Then shift the weight onto left foot and start to pick up the right. Either standing here or extending the right leg out. Bird of paradise. Begin to break. Step the right foot back down. Hop the left foot back out. Bend both knees. Releasing your hands and folding forward. And then again, let's reset for your crow pose. Hands to the floor, about a foot and a half forward. Shoulders width, fingers wide spread. Bend the arms, knees to back of arms, gaze slightly forward, and then tipping forward to balance. Right? For those of you who like to move around a little bit, I'm just lifting and lowering my heels in this arm balance. Right? So balance is not just about stillness. Balance is about can you move around and still hold. All right, when you're ready, walk or jump back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Open it up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Half moon. Left hand forward about a foot, above to left side. Raise your right leg. And again, those of you who need to use your blocks, go ahead and elevate. Take the next few breaths here. Begin to step it back, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And inhale, left heel up. Let's take crescent moon. Let's take a pigeon on me. Left heel comes in. Land that left shin to the floor. Inch your right knee further back. Elongate. And then make your way forward. And so you can stay in your forearms. You can make pillows with the hands and rest your forehead. And go a little bit more soft in your passive pigeon. Either staying here, or if you want to take your variations, whatever you want to take, go ahead. So again, you can stay in the forward fold and twist to your left, and binding the left hand behind you to your left foot with left big toe. You can go the opposite direction. Take the left heel down. Move your left heel further forward so that the shin is more parallel to front of the mat. So this requires more hip flexibility. So make sure that your hips are pretty capable of doing this, right? Otherwise, it might be too tight and not very comfortable at all. So you might want to skip this for now until you build enough flexibility. So if you're taking this variation, you're going to lean your torso over to the right and hook the left tricep to serve the foot. Hands together in prayer and then twisting from there. So you want to lean the left tricep into the sole of the foot. And that resistance will give your left shoulder blade, the back on the left side in particular, a lot of stretch and extension. And as you rotate, there's also a middle spinal twist. And start to make your way back up. Now, sit on the left side, swing the right leg around, and you probably shift it to one side, so make sure you center your seat. So you should feel nice and level. We're going to take a half lotus. So either right top of the foot to your left hip crease, and then folding down. If this is tough for your knee and your ankle of the right leg, a simple cross-legged is fine. Right? So I'll give you a front view this time. Right, so from the pigeon, you're going to swing the right leg around, center your seat, half lotus, top of the right foot to your left hip crease, and then try to draw that knee down so you're pretty even, okay? So you should be comfortable enough. For some of you, you might be able to do this, but a little bit tight, right? So based on what's going on. But kind of energetically, try to draw this knee down and even your feet. So if you can maintain your half lotus, keep it. If this is tough for you, cross-legged is fine. I'm going to do a forward fold. All right? Inhale, take the arms up high. Exhale. Lean forward, let the hands support. Once your hands come down, re-lengthen your spine. And then, with the exhale, progressively walk the hands forward to the point that maybe your forearms come down, to the point that maybe your forehead can come down. Right? So whether you're taking a half lotus or cross-legged position, any of those are good options. Right? If you're really tight, maybe this is all you can handle. This is fine too. Right? This is pretty strong on the knee and the ankles of the right leg. So make sure you're very careful in working through all of that stretch. Right? I personally don't believe in no pain, no gain. I think a little bit of slight rigorousness, right? Let's not even say pain, right? Rigorousness. Let's not even say discomfort. A little bit of rigorousness, right? Pushing you toward the edge a little bit is okay, because then you're allowing whatever, joints, muscles, whatever, to work a little bit more strongly, but intelligently, right? But biomechanically safe, right? So it's really important for you to gently encourage your edge, but at the same time, not to over push it, right? If you push it, you may create an injury. So let's try to avoid injuries altogether. All right, let's start to make your way back. Walk your hands back in. Now, supporting the top leg, whether you have the half lotus or the regular cross-legged, extend it forward, extend the left leg. Right? Do you feel that the rush of blood going through that right leg and a kind of a tingly coldness? Right? So that's just your rush of blood. So you want to now support with the hands, flex, and point your feet a bunch of times. And this is going to help you neutralize your knee joints and your ankle joints, especially on this right leg. Right? So that's the top leg. Right? So it's always the top leg that does the most work. Right? So by now, you should feel much more comfortable, much more neutralized, your knee and your ankle joints, right? So that's what we're looking for. Anytime you take a figure four or a half lotus, full lotus position, you want to extend the leg, flex and point. That's how you reset the joint. All right, draw the left heel back, and through that pigeon, let's begin to make your way back to the down dog and pedal out your legs. All right, second side, right leg up. Draw the right knee in, land that shin into your floor. So you're in a pointed toe position, you're on top of the right shin. Right knee, right side, starts angling to the right, slight angle. Supporting with your hands. Inch your left knee as far back as you can to lower your feet. Walk your hands back in. You want to feel for levelness in your pelvis. You want to feel for verticality in your spine the best you can. And once you have all that settled, then you're ready to make your way forward into the forward fold. You can stay on your forearms or you can make pillows with the hands. Totally up to you what your objective is, what feels good. We'll take a few breaths here first before we start to take any kind of variation. All right, for those of you taking variations, start to work. So the ones I offered on the first round were twisting to one side and then right hand behind you to bind to the right big toe. The second option is to go the other direction. Take the right foot down. Move the right heel further forward so that the shin becomes more parallel to the front of the mat, and make sure you flex your right foot. Right? This is much more demanding on this right hip. Then you want to lean the torso support left and forward so that you can hook the right tricep to the sole of the right foot. Then take the hands together in prayer, line them up in a straight line, and then press the tricep into the foot. So with that resistance, you're leaning back and getting a lot of stretch into your upper back on the right side, so through the shoulder blades, into the mid-back, into the mid-spine, your thoracic twist here. Right? Lean back into it. All right, let's take it back up. Swing the left leg around. Right? So center your feet. Chances are you're off to one side a little bit. Right? So this time you're going to take half lotus with the left top of the foot to your right hip crease. And then energetically, the top knee, the left knee, working downwards. And this gives you this outer rotation, which helps you to bring that knee down. Again, so if half lotus is difficult for you, regular cross-legged is fine. Okay? Find the pose of your choice. Raise the arms up high. With that lengthiness of the spine, start to make your way forward, supporting with the hands. Re-lengthen. And then deepen. Right? So again, if you're not so flexible and it is pretty strenuous on your left knee and left ankle right now, you need to stay a little higher and stay here. If you have more range in you, maybe forearms come down. If you have even more, maybe making two fists and then resting your forehead. And of course, if you can flatten all the way, fantastic. Work at your level. Work at your edge. Right? And also keep in mind that you don't always have to work to the edge. Right? I personally don't have any rules about how you have to work at your edge every time you take a pose. Yes, I encourage you to put some effort in it, right? But depending on your mood, depending on your sleeping, depending on how much you ate before you came, depending on how stressed out you were, maybe you want it a little bit easier. Maybe you don't have to always have to put in so much extra effort, right? Sometimes a very soft, gentle pose is all you need. And that really just hits the spot, right? So that's good enough. 2 more breaths. Right? Believe me, there's a lot of stuff happening here already. You don't have to push it to the edge, right? All right, let's start to break. Walk your hands back in. Supporting that left leg, extend it forward. Support the right leg, extend it forward. Right? So you feel all that blood rushing through your left leg, right? So extend the left leg out with the hand supporting. Let's start to flex and pull the toes back. Right? It should feel really amazing. And then point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Take a few more times at your own pace. Really using this time to help you neutralize. Okay, let's make your way back. Draw the right heel in, swing the left leg back, and let's walk it out, side to side, in your down dog. Okay, take any movement that feels good to you, that helps you to neutralize. All right, start to walk your feet forward towards your hands, taking the seat down. Extend the legs forward. Using your hands to either side, slide the hands out to assist you in reclining back. Left arm stays out to a T, left knee comes in, and recline twisting to the right. Back to center. Switch legs, switch arms, twist the other direction. And back to center again. Hugging both knees in. And then step the feet to the floor, fly the legs forward. Shavasana. Final relaxation. Begin to draw the breath back in. And start to move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite direction. And then rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Inhale for Om. Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, feeling the practice. Come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I appreciate your time. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab, and the 4-digit ID code is 8096 if you're prompted for verification. Classes are $10, and if you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. I'm streaming on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm also uploading those videos onto my YouTube channel, which is Simha Yoga Lab. So my YouTube channel has the best quality, so you're not actually streaming with me. It's actually better for you to go to YouTube and catch my videos there. All right, and if you're thinking about coming to the studio for in-studio practice, make sure, again, you go to my website. Look for the text in pink. Those are the instructions on how to pre-register for class. So it's very important for you to download the waiver, right, which is an icon right below that pink text. And you need to download it and e-sign and save the file. Alternatively, you can print the file out, actually fill in your name, your telephone number, and give it a signature. And at that point, either scan or photograph it, and that is your file, right? So when you then send me the email for pre-registration for class, attach that waiver. It's really important for you to attach that waiver. It is to for liability, for also your pre-registration is your contact tracing. So in case something is happening, I need to look up who was in that class. That's my how I can find who was in that class. So please do that for sure. And if you can, please plan ahead of time for your pre-registration. I'm one person, and if I'm busy kind of cleaning and preparing for the next class, I might not be able to catch your email in time. So make sure, try to plan ahead in time. All right, so thank you again for listening. Be well, take care. Thank you for sharing your practice.